am back. Hey, my throat's a little, I might need coffee time immediately this morning. Wow. Yes, I am back. Good morning, and I'm happy to see you all. I hope you're happy to see me. I missed everybody, but I had a great time in Mexico City. Good morning, everyone. It's good to be home, and good morning, John. I see you out there, Senor Cam. I see you, Sherry, Lake of the Ozarks. Hey, from Manhattan, we got Mark Hartman. Hey, Sly. Good morning, lovely L3. Good morning, Tom. How are you? Hey, everybody. Hey, guys, what's up? Casey and Cody, a.k.a. Lori. I don't know why I keep falling into a different voice, but it's 9:01 a.m. And once again, you're back. You stuck with me. You came back even though I was gone to PVRN Puerto Vallarta right now. And I'm your host, Brent Lane. Great to see you. And for those keeping up, it is the 26th of August and the year is 2026. Sometimes you just need to know these things. Good morning, Heather. How are you? Nice to see you, Heather Novak. Good morning to you from Berkeley, California. I'm sure it's a lovely day there. All right, we got some light news mostly today, which is good. As we always say, no news is good news. We've got the Coffee Cam. I'll remind you once again, if you're new or you just forgot all this over the last days I've been gone, subscribe, hit the bell down in the corner, push it. It's super easy. When you do it, you'll never miss me. And who would want to miss me after this break we had? I don't want to miss you. You don't want to miss me. We're all in this together. So good morning. And I see you. Good morning. Good morning. I see you, Melissa. I see you, Lilia, Mary. It's so nice everybody came back. You know, sometimes when you take a break, like any show, sometimes people, they just move on, they go on. But I feel like we're a nice little community here and we all get back together again. So I'm happy to see you all. Let's take a look outside really quick before we get too far. Nice cloud cover early this morning. It was a beautiful morning. That's what it looked like in lovely, amazing Puerto Vallarta that we call our home. Okay, what else is going on? So yes, we are back. I am back. Got in last night from amazing Mexico City, see the MX. I'm sure most of you have been, right? I mean, if you have not been to Mexico City yet, I feel like I could almost guide a tour at this point. We've been quite a few times. This is one of many trips to Mexico City. We always have an amazing time, but I feel like this time was even better. We really got around. We really explored a lot. I think one day I clocked in. You know, are you a step person? I'm not normally a step person. I don't look at my steps every day. I don't even know if I look at them every month. But in Mexico City, you feel that walking in that 7,000 feet, you know, thin air. And I think our first full day there, 16,500 steps. Every day was 10,000, 11, 12, 9. 9 was an easy day for sure. But we acclimated really quickly. Everybody felt good. Sometimes Laura, my wife, doesn't feel so great at altitude, but she did amazing, which was awesome. We even did something brand new, and I'm sure she's going to be posting up photos today. We went up to one of the national parks. Did you know there's like all these national parks there, and they're way up in the elevation? And the one we went to had no less than probably 40 different hiking trails. And they were beautiful, like rivers running through it, and mossy and cold, like in the upper 50s, lower 60s Fahrenheit. I know those in PV are like, what does that mean? So we went hiking at 9,200 feet. Yeah, Mary, yeah, it's an amazing spot, isn't it? And if I missed you, good morning. There you go. In case I missed anybody, good morning. So had a great time in Mexico City. It's enough about that. But if you want to chat among yourselves, feel free to, of course. We also had lots of coffee, of course, lots of walking, as I said. And we even had dinner at a Michelin star recommended restaurant one night. We had dinner, Italian dinner at a Michelin star recommended place, and it was amazing. All right. Well, went through the news this morning, took a look at everything. It is pretty light. I even had to toss in a national story, which I think I'm going to start bringing in more national stories because Puerto Vallarta Bahía Banderas it's a small place, and it's low news right now, and that's what it is. And it's honestly getting me to think about something, and I don't know how you are all going to take it. So let's all sit down together. Let's have coffee first. Let's just hang on 1 minute. Let's have coffee before we do that, because I feel like we need to have a conversation. Let's have a talk. Okay, so first of all, let's do that. Okay. All right. Okay, let's have a family conversation. So everybody sitting around the couch. Thank you, Sherry. Thank you, Lori. I appreciate that. So with the slow news this time of year and those kinds of things, I'm really considering maybe going to Tuesday through Thursday. This is a lot of work every morning, and I love to be here with you all. But it's starting to feel a little bit like a job, and I don't really get paid for this, but I do love it, and I do love doing it. But I'm also considering, should we move to a Tuesday through Thursday format? It's going to give us a little longer weekend for scuba diving and all the fun stuff we do and motorcycling. And I do have another break coming, as you may remember. I've got Guadalajara coming up. For on the motorcycle trip up to Guadalajara to see the Scorpions, and then my wife Laura is doing a Spanish immersion there, which is really cool, and coming back 3 weeks later, and I got to go up again. So how's about what do y'all think about Tuesday through Thursday? Can we do that? Do you think we'll be okay? Are you going to be super sad? Are you going to enjoy a long break for me, on Fridays and Mondays? I'm really, really thinking about it, and it's not me. I'm sorry, it is me. It's not you, it's me. This isn't a breakup. This is just a little, it's just a little separation, and we're going to be okay. Oh, Sherry, you're so sweet. Oh, Mary gives me the boo. Oh, no. I was wondering when that was coming. Oh, no. Oh, I hear you, Mary. I hear you. And I think it's just slow news time, and it is hard to put this together every day. I do love doing it. So maybe we experience it. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. All right, Mary. To you, I am personally sorry. Again, it's me. It's not you. We're not breaking up. We're just taking a little break on Mondays and Fridays. So I hope that's okay with you. So let's just keep that in mind and see how it goes. But you'll still get plenty of me 3 days a week. And if something big happens, of course, I'll be back. So let me think on it a little bit, but I think I'm really moving that way. All right. Woo. How's about some news? What do y'all think? That was a heck of an intro for 7 minutes. So, all right, let's get in there and see what's going on, because we do have some news, actually. So, again, that's lovely Puerto Vallarta. But let's talk about a lunar eclipse coming. How fun is this? Get your telescopes ready or whatever you need, or don't if it's bad for your eyes. I'm not sure. But if you're big into natural sky shows and looking up at the stars, set a reminder on your phone or your calendar, whatever you do, because a partial lunar eclipse is going to be clearly visible across Puerto Vallarta and Bahía de Banderas, provided that our local cloud cover stays out of the way. This astronomical event will kick off with the penumbral phase. I'm not a scientist. Thank you, Laura. Absence does make the heart grow fonder. Let's see what everybody else says. So the event's going to kick off again with the first phase at 7:23 p.m. Again, this is tomorrow. Thank you for the moons, John. But the main partial eclipse, again, it's not a full eclipse, gets going at 8:33 tomorrow local time. So tomorrow night, obviously. So I'll remind you again tomorrow. So we don't forget about it. I'm going to try to make a mental note so we don't forget about the lunar eclipse. And then the peak moment will arrive right around 10:12 p.m. when more than 96% of the moon's disk will sit directly inside the Earth's shadow. So that's a partial eclipse. I guess you're missing 4%. That's kind of picky. During that peak, the moon will rest at about 38 degrees. This is a Mexican news story, of course, so we get all the data. Above the east-southeastern horizon, Earth's atmosphere will filter the incoming sunlight, meaning you can expect to see deep copper reddish tones spread across the lunar surface. The full event's going to stretch, I'm reading here, is over 5 hours and 38 minutes, wrapping up completely in the early hours of Friday morning. You won't need any special protective glasses, or filters. We talked about this. To view it safely, though, picking a spot with less city light pollution definitely gives you a much better view. So if you have a car, thank you, Mary. I appreciate it. I knew you were kidding around. So, hey, if you got a car, you got a vehicle, you got a motorcycle, head up to San Sebastian or somewhere up there and, sit down and watch this eclipse. I think it's going to be really fun. Once again, given we don't have cloud cover and there are some storms out at sea right now. So let's keep an eye on that. I'll totally understand again. And I appreciate all the support. Thank you, Melissa. Thank you, Mary. Thank you, everybody. Appreciate that on the possible Tuesday to Thursday. All right. Here's a national story. Again, when the news is really, really slow, sometimes we go national. All right. Before I do that, let's have a sip of coffee first. Cheers to your support of me possibly going Tuesday to Thursday for a while. I do appreciate that. Thank you, Lori. Okay, next story. I don't have a photo for this one, but this is a national story that may or may not apply to you. Thank you, Sherry. So if you've got a dual citizen family member, Renee, how you doing? Good morning. Nice to see you. You missed the big news that I might be going to Tuesday to Thursday. It's, again, as I've told everybody else, it's not you, it's me. Rewind the show. You'll see the rest of the reason why. I can't rehash that again, but good morning to you. Nice to see you. So if you have dual citizenship, family members, or Mexican friends planning travel abroad, federal officials just updated the procedure for nationwide passport processing. The Secretary of Foreign Affairs outlined the current fee schedule for Mexican passports across the country. Rates sit at about 1,795 pesos for a 3-year document, or 2,440 for 6 years. Interesting. And 4,280 pesos for a 10-year passport. So I appreciate your support. A 50% discount remains available to senior citizens, individuals with disabilities, and temporary agricultural workers traveling under documents. Federal authorities have also streamlined the appointment setup by integrating a verified chatbot system. Get this, in Mexico, this is pretty cool. Through the WhatsApp system, applicants can save official ministry documents and simple text prompts to initiate scheduling right from their phone. All they got to do is enter their CURP number and validity. So again, this might not apply to you if you're an expat here or a resident here. But if you know someone, this is a great deal. And they're getting more modernized, which means that maybe our resident processes will become modernized as well. So it's nice to see all that moving in the right direction. And I see your comment there, Renee. Thank you for support. Love that. All right. So that's the national news for today. Let's talk about what's going on in PV from a financial standpoint. Again, as a resident, you may or may not find this story extremely interesting, but I always feel like, we should know what's going on. So if you are someone that really does track the municipal finances and government here, Town Hall has just released an updated collection figures for the current year. Our municipal treasurer reported that tax receipts from commercial licenses and property taxes are currently running below initial projections. This is probably not a surprise. City coffers have brought in about 897 million pesos so far, which is falling short of the 1 billion pesos budgeted for this stage of the fiscal calendar. To help narrow that gap, the Municipal Treasury Department is rolling out incentives for property owners and business operators. The city is offering discounts on late surcharges and penalties to encourage residents who have fallen behind to bring their accounts current. So commercial license renewals and property tax payments from the core funding base for local public service and infrastructure projects across Puerto Vallarta count under this. So the Treasury Office is essentially encouraging business owners, and that might be a resident, it might be a local, it could be anybody, just to drop by the municipal office or utilize online payment portals to resolve outstanding balances. It's a good time to look at your taxes too, and then make sure that everybody is paid up. City officials hope these penalty reductions will bring collections back in line with baseline operations and get to that closer to that $1 billion goal that they have. Thank you to Miguel Gonzalez Guerra from Tribuna de la Bahía for that story. And of course, thank you to Rangel for our previous one that I didn't mention. And I'm sorry to see that, Renee. The fires, they're very scary. People in the community lost their homes. Gosh, that is very sad. I'm sorry to hear that, Renee. And, nice to see you there. Yeah, Sherry. So thanks for catching me between stories. When I don't have the picture up, I can see. Sorry. Yeah, it has been quieter. So we talked about that with some of our friends from Mexico City as well, because they don't live here. And I would say from a expat or international tourism perspective, it's definitely quieter here. Everything is down a bit. I would say now that we've had the quota road, the toll road now for a few years from Guadalajara, we get more national tourists here. So that's kind of helping bridge that gap. So from a traffic standpoint, I think the traffic is still surprisingly high. But I would say, and speaking to any of the business owners here, they're all suffering a bit. Once again, like I mentioned this a week ago about talking to business owners about, local people here are, upset that prices are still a little bit higher, but like they say, their prices haven't gone down any. Their CFE is really high. Their water bills are really high. Their food prices, just like us when we go to Costco, are really high. So it's been hard. But yes, it's definitely been quieter in PV than usual this low season. The news has definitely been quieter. But again, I think we all agree, and I talk about it all the time, That's not necessarily a bad thing. Big news days are kind of what created this show in the first place in February. So I'm not upset about that part of it. But thanks for asking that question, Sherry. I really appreciate the interactivity there, and I want to thank you for that. Do I have a thank you? No, I'm going to give you a kick ass. I don't get to use that one very often, but there you go, Sherry. Kick ass. Thank you for that. All right. And our final story today. Oh, that was the passport one. Sorry, I forgot the photo. Soriana. Yeah, you are welcome. You are welcome, Sherry. So shoppers who frequent major retail chains across Mexico are keeping an eye on a big corporate adjustment that's coming this year. Supermarket operator Soriana is carrying out a major national restructuring plan throughout all of 2026 that includes closing at least 20 store locations. This is a Mexico-wide story again. The retailer is also downsizing floor space at approximately 60 hypermarkets to reduce operational costs. The company chief financial advisor confirmed that the corporate strategy, noting 8 locations were closed during the first quarter. Another 12 stores were shuttered across various states in Mexico before the year ends, concentrating primarily on large format hypermarkets. The company has not detailed which specific branches in Western Mexico, that's our area, may be affected by the floor space reduction. Retailers nationwide are adjusting retail footprints to handle changing consumer patterns and higher operating expenses. Local shoppers here in Vallarta and Bahía de Banderas are, of course, watching closely to see if any of the local stores will downsize or they'll stay intact or if they're going to close. But as of right now, I'm going to reiterate, let's make sure we get this story correct in case we talk about it. There are no Soriana store closures scheduled for Puerto Vallarta or Bahía de Banderas at this time. Now, obviously, if I see a story that changes, I'll let you know because a lot of us really do rely on the Soriana markets and hypermarkets. So we'll keep an eye on that. I don't know what your favorite store is of choice. We go to Lock Homer quite often. Of course, Costco, sometimes Soriana, sometimes we walk by a market, as we did a couple weeks ago with Jessy's really cool bingo event in her neighborhood, how fun and quaint those are. But we kind of spread it around. We share the love out there. I can't say we go to Soriana more or less or more than any other store, but that's me. If you're a Soriana person, I'll keep you informed. All right, let's have another coffee together before we get going. We did get to have coffee over the last few days. I don't know what y'all did in the mornings without me. I'd love to know. Did you have fun? Did you enjoy your mornings? Were you lost? Did you have nothing to talk about? I know I'm not nearly that self-important that you need me on a daily basis, but I really do find this show fun, and I do really appreciate you guys. If I do move to Tuesday through Thursday and extend my weekends out a little bit, I appreciate that. So if you're a crock cam lover, okay, I know there's one guy out there, John, who's like, wait, what about Friday? We'll just go to Thursdays for crock cam. We'll just move that, of course. And I missed you too. I missed you too, Renee. Oh, you sharpen Lay's because it's walking through a hotel. Oh, well, Lay's. So very interesting. I never think about Lay's for groceries. That's interesting. Okay, good to know. Good to know. And the markets. That's awesome. All right. Here we are at about 18 minutes and 45 seconds. I missed you too, Renee. I promise you. I'm even going to, I'll throw you a kiss on that one. Thank you so much. Thank you to everybody. If you wanted that kiss, you can have it because I missed you too. All right. That's the end of the show for today, everybody. We all had fun. Have a great rest of your day. I'll see everybody at 9 a.m. tomorrow with more fun times, coffee, and soon to be crock cam in a couple more days. I will say that, John, thank you, John, for that right on cue. I will say John's already teed up a video to me. I think he sent it to me a day or two ago, and I haven't even watched it yet. So I'm really, really excited about that. I will see you all soon. Today, since it's, what is today? Today's Wednesday. I'll see you all tomorrow. Have a great one. Have a wonderful day. Have a wonderful weekend. And I so appreciate you guys coming back to see me again after our little break. See y'all tomorrow morning.